Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make these darling little snowmen, or I should say snow lady. I'll be actually making a snowman though, out of the finger of a stretchy glove, and the cap is also made out of a stretchy glove finger. And these were very easy, very quick to put together. These would look great at each place setting. If you're having a Christmas dinner, you could put these in people's stockings for stocking stuffers. And of course, you could also turn this into an ornament. So whatever you decide to do. Now, the first thing I did was I cut this finger off the glove, and I'm going to take some white rice, and I'm going to just kind of open the finger part a little bit, like that. And I put some white rice in a Dixie cup, so I'm going to pour a little bit in. And you can expect a little bit to overflow, that's okay. And you just take your finger and push that rice down in there. And just fill it some more, a little at a time. Just keep pushing the rice down. A little at a time. Okay, so looks about like that, and then when you press it and kind of mold it, kind of looks like a fat little sausage. So I'm going to brush away this other rice right here, just temporarily, and of course I'll reuse it. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take one of your clear little rubber bands here, and you're going to kind of stretch it a little bit and then wrap it around this top part here about 4 times. 2, 3, and then 4. There we go. I just open this up and get the little stray pieces of rice at the top here. And you want to straighten out the rubber bands, just kind of pull it like that. Okay. So I'm going to kind of mold it like that. Now we're going to leave this on just temporarily. I'm going to get another rubber band here. And stretch that as well. Then I think I'm going to put my rubber band about here and stretch it about, I'm thinking maybe 3 times. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work 3 times. Alrighty, so I'm going to kind of decide now which I want as the front or the back. Let's see. I'm going to push them down about like that. Okay, about like that I think. So now I'm just going to cut a little bit off the top here. Like so. And I'm going to put some white Aleene's Turbotech Igloo on the top. top just so it won't fray. I put quite a bit on. It also helps to hold the hat on when you go to make that. So all I did was cut a finger off one of my dollar stretchy gloves, and I bought this in a colored in a color instead of just plain white. So you're just going to kind of open it up on your finger, and you can kind of roll it to get it started. Maybe roll it once or twice at the bottom so your little snowman will have a little brim. Like so. See? Okay, so now I'm going to slide this on my snowman's head. Stretch it out. Put his little snow cap on. And of course you can adjust it a little bit too once it's on there. About like so. Okay. Now, with the top part here, I'm going to take a piece of white upholstery thread that I've talked to you about before in my other videos. So I'm going to cut a piece right here. And I'm going to tie a couple of bells on his hat. And I have a whole bunch of little bells here in different sizes, and I picked these up from our local Family Dollar bargain store. And I think I might use a blue on this. So I'm going to get the blue. I'll get a couple of different shades of blue. I think that might look good. Alrighty. So I'm going to slide my upholstery thread through here. And upholstery thread is not like regular thread. It's very strong. So I'm going to put this right about in the middle and just tie one overhand knot like that to keep the bells together. And then I'm going to tie this at the top. Actually, I think I might make a loop ahead of time. That'd probably be easier. And then I can just slide that over here. And then give it a pull once I think that it's on where I want it. Like that, see? And then when you pull it, it makes a little pom-pom on the top. Pre-made pom-pom. Okay, and I'm just going to tie this in a couple of knots just to make sure that it doesn't come out. Okay. And I cut this. Okay, oops, look what look at his face. His brim rolled down, so I'm going to have to put that back up, like so. Alright. Okay. So now the next thing, we're going to make a little scarf, and I have some blue felt here, so I'm just going to take my long scissors and cut a strip about like this. And of course I won't use the whole strip, but I'd rather have too much to work with than not enough. Okay, let's set my felt over here. Alright. I'm just going to tie this strip around the neck. With just an overhand knot here. And I'm going to be very careful when I pull it. I'm going to pull it just a little at a time so it won't tear or stretch out. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to cut it. I think I'm going to do a shorter one and one that is slightly longer. Like that. And then of course I'm going to come back in and put some little snips. Like that to make the fringe on the felt. Go. This is where your detail scissors come in handy. Okay, so I made some little fringes, and I'm going to come in with my glue gun and put just a dab right here at the underneath, right here, this first one, just to make sure that it lays down nicely. And I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue right here to keep this brim up. I have no idea why it's doing this, because normally the brims just stay all by themselves. So I don't know, maybe it's this particular pair of gloves that I bought. But I just put a little dot just on the front part of his brim, just to keep it up. Okay, snip away any of the low temp hot glue. No fuzzies. Okay, there we go. There we go. And so the bling, I'm just using a simple little rhinestone. Probably put a little green rhinestone on his scarf from the Dollar Tree. They have these packages of bling. And I'm putting just the tiniest amount, barely any. I'm just going to stick it right there. And I think I see a little tiny bit of hot glue on his scarf, so I'm going to snip that off. It's dried, but I don't want it on there. Okay. So, next thing you're going to do is you are going to paint the end of a toothpick with orange paint. Now, I just used Americana acrylic paint in Jack-o'-lantern orange, but honestly, you can use any orange acrylic paint you want, no matter how cheap or how expensive. And I just kind of went like this with my finger, and so it would dry, I just turned a Dixie cup upside down and went like that to let it dry. And you can do the other end too if you want. And so then I took my little wire cutters, my cheap ones from the Dollar Tree, and I cut to where I thought the nose would look good. And you're going to have to put your hand like that, otherwise it'll fly away. And you can either glue on my fingers. You can either make it as long or as short as you want. I think I'll snip a little more off here. I think that looks about good. And very carefully, you're just going to take the tiniest amount of hot glue and just kind of do this on the end of the carrot. Just on the end part. And this, believe me, this sticks really well to the fabric. And you're going to put his nose right here in the middle. Okay, just like that. So he has a little nose. Okay, and the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put some little buttons on the front of him. And I just found these little tiny buttons that I've had in there in my stash for quite a while now. And these are, I believe they're the Dress It Up buttons. And I know they have them at Walmart in the little bags. These were, this was in a Christmas color pack. And so I'm just going to put the buttons about where I think they look okay. Right here, and then one at the bottom. And if you don't have these, of course you can use bling. You know, use some small bling. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little heart here, because of course our snowman has to have a heart. And you'll be able to whip these out a lot faster than I'm showing you on video. I'm just taking my time and doing this step by step. So here's a little teeny tiny heart that I picked up from the Dollar Tree last February. So keep your eyes open, because after Christmas, when they start bringing in Valentine stuff, I'll just bet they'll have these hearts there as well. Okay, little tiny heart off to the side. Alright, and so now we're going to make his cheeks, and I used the cheap Dollar Tree blush and pink blush. And basically what I did was I just found the cheapest, pinkest blush I could find at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to put some on this side and some on this side. There we go. Alrighty. And then the very last, we are going to use our black puffy paint for the face. Alright. So make sure you have this up where you want it. And I just give it one sharp tap like this. And I'm going to start by making 2 dots for his eyes. There we go. And leave his eyes just like they are. You can always go back in and take the tip of a toothpick and carefully guide them just to where you want them, like so. And I know the little carrot is a little off center, for the other eye, but I can also adjust this by moving it over. And I just got my finger in it. Well, it's good you see these things. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like that, and when I'm finished, I'm going to see what I can do about the nose. It may not look all that bad like that, but if I want to move it over a little, I think I can pull this out, snip the carrot nose off, and then move it over just a tad to where it's directly in the middle. And hindsight being 50-50, maybe it would have been a better idea just to put the carrot nose on afterwards. Okay, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 dots for the mouth. See, at this point you can adjust it. Okay, so I don't think this will look bad at all by the time it's finished, but isn't that cute? So I'm going to lay this flat to dry, and when you lay him flat to dry, press down on his belly, because you want this to be completely flat so it doesn't roll over. And so then you have your little finger snowman. He doesn't look too bad with a nose like that, does he? Yeah. Okay, so as soon as he dries, then I will take a picture of him and I'll put him on my blog. So thank you so much for watching, and God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.